I'm terrible at love, but I try to love anyway. For those who don't know me, I go by Rose Bleak, and I'm an independent R&B artist from Atlanta, Georgia. And I make videos like this to talk about love, heartbreak, romance, and loneliness. As far as my history with relationships, I've noticed a pattern in my behavior. I would start strong and very passionate and consistent and hopeful, optimistic about the person that I'm trying to pursue. And I think I would kind of have an idea of who they are as a person, but it would never really match the reality of who they are. Not to say that they were bad people or terrible people. I just think I looked at them with rose colored lenses instead of just looking at who they are as a person. And it would start off strong on my end at least, but I think after a while I think it hit a plateau as far as my consistency and my attention for them. I noticed I would start to act like cold towards the girl, and I think it was just completely subconscious on my end, and I really don't make a choice to just switch and just start acting that way. I think it's completely subconscious, and it might be some kind of learned behavior that I got from somewhere, maybe my childhood or something like that. But I would get that way, and then they would end up like getting tired of it, and they would just leave. And yeah, I would just sabotage myself like damn near every time, and it's not even on purpose. And I would like get really, really like critical about myself and self pity, and I would just blame myself for every failed situation that I was in. But there have been times where I've done things right, and maybe it just ended when it was supposed to. Maybe it was nobody's fault. I think some situations were just only meant to be for that time. And after that time is up, you kind of feel it. You just don't press the button on it. You just try to ride it out for as long as you can. I think that causes a lot of pain too, trying to make things last longer than they should when you know it's like it's time to let it go. I'm not good with breakups, if I'm being honest. I get really, really down on myself about somebody leaving me, and that's a issue that I have to work on myself. But even if the situation ended somewhat peacefully, I would still not take it that well, and I'm still trying to figure out why. I think it's a issue with me feeling rejected, and when something is over before I want it to be over, it feels like painful. But like I said, some things just end when they're supposed to. No matter how it ends, it has to end at some point. So I was dating this one girl, and I had such an infatuation with her. Like I almost put her on a pedestal at some point to where I would notice that I was the only one doing anything or initiating anything. And it got to a point to where it's like, yeah, this is completely one-sided. And I did that a few times, but I think I was just blinded, or I just had on rose-colored lenses and was trying to idealize and romanticize everything. But that's one of those things to where I had to stop. I had to stop putting people so high up in my mind that they could just do no wrong. And I used to feel that way about her. I used to think she could do no wrong. And when she finally did do wrong, it hurt more. So my issue with that was I got to be realistic sometimes when it comes to women, because I can get pretty much in my head about the whole situation and none of it could be true. And yeah, I just got to come to grips with, like, some people just aren't how I see them. People are who they are. I do hope to get over that whole romanticizing everybody thing, because I do have high hopes for the women I deal with, but I think I'm too optimistic about certain women, and I be forcing an image onto them, projecting how I want them to be when I should just let them be who they are. I think that would be way more healthy for everybody, because if you do that, then if you see who they are as a person, then you could make the judgment or not on whether you should really take it where you want to take it. I hope to be more realistic with my views and my perception of other people, because it does get pretty draining to keep doing that and just keep seeing someone a certain way and then just keep disappointing myself every time. I should just be more real about the people that I deal with. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to know more about music or merch, you can visit rosebleak.com. The link will be in the description. Thank you.